Hi Cancer, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors, and this is your WTF reading for March. There will be another reading at the end of the month, but I just wanted to get these out. I intended to do them for the beginning of March, but I had a bereavement in the family, so I do apologise for not getting that out. But I will say that this is being read at the time of the full moon. So the other day I did Sagittarius. Go and have a look at it. It's hilarious. The dog and the cat were just having none of it. They were barking and meowing all the way through, and she was shifting the camera. Today she's a different dog altogether. She's just laying behind me. She's playing with her toy, and who knows what happened when it just came in to being the full moon, because it literally, I did theirs just as the moon became full. So hopefully it won't be as fraught. And sometimes I kind of guess that some readings go like that because people are in chaos themselves and it needs to be highlighted to them. So let's start off with your energy card for Cancer for March, please. Lovely. Took a bit of time for that to decide which one they wanted. It must have been way down in the pack. Bugger, I ain't got my glasses out here. Give me a second, lovelies. I'm just going to get them. What have you got? So of course I have a £40 puppy, and she's playing with the cat's toys. Of course she is. Makes perfect sense. This great big gob of hers full of teeth to play with cat toys. She's around the tripod, I will warn you. You have the number 4, completion and west. Whatever's coming in from the west for you, there is a completion, maybe peace of mind, maybe a jigsaw puzzle piece that was missing is now finding its way to you. Perhaps there was a question that was burning for you that you needed answered, and the answers just didn't seem to be coming. It will suddenly fall into place, and you won't need anybody else to answer the question, because sometimes when people don't answer you, that is the answer to the question. It may take you a little bit of time to suss out that somebody's non-verbal interaction with you is exactly the answer that you needed. So stop flogging a dead horse, because it is incompletion. And the 4 then indicates that it is a time to allow your mind and your body to rest from that turmoil, from having the need of asking that question. She's being really naughty again. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Honestly. So let's get on with your WTF reading, or in other words, what the fuck. So I hope everybody's doing okay. If you like what I do, please hit that like button. It's really good for interactions. And if you've got the time, you enjoy this, share this with people that you know. So manifestation and wish fulfillment, please. I am not surprised by that at all. Movement and journey, where the fuck you need to be. What can Cancer do about this situation? What's out of Cancer's hands for March? There's quite a story there. This is reconnecting to your true self, and finally your outcome. What an outcome for Cancer, please. Get down. Get down. Honestly, as soon as I get the cards out, she starts being naughty. All the time I was getting the table prepared, because I don't leave it out anymore, she was as good as gold. Asleep on the sofa, didn't budge, didn't wink. The moment I start shuffling the cards, she is completely in my face. I guess it's attention seeking. Wheel of the year. This is what started your what the fuck. You understand that a full cycle has come to a completion. The circle is complete. But this circle turning and becoming complete is allowing luck to be on your side. So there may have been a sense or an essence that your fortunes have taken a downward turn. That's not so. It may have taken a dip and a dive, but it's not a downward turn. It's certainly on its way back up throughout March. Facing your fears and taking your power back, you need to look at it from a completely different perspective. And it may be scary to do that. You know, if you're used to looking at things from a 1D, from a one perspective, your own perspective, and you haven't really taken into consideration that there's other angles to look at things, then you may well resist wanting to do that. But it is really important that in the month of March you start looking at things from a completely different perspective. Now, you had this 4 come out with completion and West and the jigsaw puzzle, the question that needed to be answered. Manifestation, wish fulfillment, why it may be fucked. You shone a light into the wild hunt, into some sort of I'm going to say misunderstanding, to try and find the truth of the misunderstanding, to try and find the light. And that's why things have got where they have got to. And it may be that the person not answering you has just got nothing else to say about the whole issue. So just be aware, again, that their answer, by not saying anything, is still an answer. It's an answer. So you could be flogging a dead horse, but you have got a decision to make. And this is where the manifestation, the wish fulfillment comes in, because I get that maybe part of your question is, do I stick around and do I keep asking this question, or do I just cut my losses and run? And what they're saying is, you've got free will. You can decide to rebuild this brick by brick, or you can take what you can and go and rebuild it somewhere else, away from the chaos, away from the disturbance that you appeared to have around you. Be very aware with the wild hunt. It is a number 7. When you break down the 16, it's a 7. Choices, options and blessings. Know that sometimes blessings come in the disguise of something going wrong. And when you start coming out of the other end of it, you go, thank Christ for that, that didn't go through. I'll give you an example. Years ago, and I'm talking like 32 years ago, I went to buy a house. I had my mortgage sorted out. Everything was in line. I was earning good money. I went to see this house. Went into negotiations with the estate agent, and they then informed me that they'd been offered the full asking amount. And I said to them, take it, because I know that my mortgage provider is going to make provisions because of the damage in the house needed to be repaired before they would release the second lot of my mortgage, which I couldn't afford to cover the rest of that mortgage. And I said, that's it, I'm done. I'm going to go into the rental market, which I did. Really happy where I was. And I got a phone call 6 weeks later that they had gone everywhere to get these other people that had given them the full asking offer, a mortgage, and they just kept it getting turned down. And at that point, I decided that no, I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to be part of this. I didn't want to do it. I think at the time I was probably cutting my nose off to spite my face a little bit, but looking back on it now, it was the best thing that I could do, because 2 years later I had my son, and a year after that I lost my income, and I would not have been able to have met the mortgage value on that property. And by going into rental, I actually safeguarded me and my family for future issues that unfolded. So just be aware that this may not have been a recent issue. This may have been a while back. This may have been yesterday. It doesn't matter when it was. It's just telling you that maybe the answer is not the answer you were looking for, but it's still an answer. So, movement and journey, where the fuck you need to be. You need to leave your comfort zone, Cancer. The Two of Wands is telling you that if you leave your comfort zone, you will go out on such beautiful quests, such beautiful adventures. But there is a question here, isn't there? Will you do that? Now, leaving your comfort zone doesn't necessarily mean you've got to leave your home, but it may be that you need to do things differently. Look at things from a different perspective. It may be that you need to go out with different people. It may be that you need a different crowd around you. It may be that you need to leave something behind that is precious to you. That is all moving out of your comfort zone. Because what they're saying is where the fuck you need to be is moving out this comfort zone straight into this beautiful energy of the Four of Wands. Now, this is a celebration card. This could mean a party, engagement, marriage, anniversary, wedding. All of those sorts of things. But it can also mean a business arrangement. If you look at the table, they have brought in this harvest. They have turned that harvest of apples and pears into juice or cider, whichever one you prefer. And they are celebrating bringing in this harvest as a partnership. So moving out of your comfort zone will move you straight in to this partnership, whether it's a personal partnership or a business partnership. Only you can tell that. But if you've had a recent harvest come in of something that you've been doing, something you've been saying, something you've been selling, and it's involved somebody else, this is where they're telling you that you should be. This is exactly where you should be at the moment. And if you've kind of ignored that, if you kind of like, oh, I'm not sure, I want to be in this partnership, I'm not sure, give it 6 months. 6 months is not a long span of time in the bigger scheme of things. Give it 6 months. Step out of that comfort zone. Give it 6 months. what you can do about this situation. In comes the King of Pentacles. Now, sorry, loves, puppy. Lay down. Lay down. No, lay down. Stop it. Oh, she's being a little bugger. Sorry, loves, I had to go off and make her lay down. King of Pentacles. In comes the King of Pentacles. Now, this could be an earth sign around you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. However, I do get that this is your energy. This is your energy shifting into a king energy, male or female. This is your energy moving into the energy where you have got the know-how. This is a business person. This is a person who's been it, seen it, done it. Got the contracts. Won whatever it is you need to win. Has accumulated wealth. And now they're sitting there able and willing to invest in other things and other people. They want to show the way. Now, this person is usually a family-orientated person who is absolutely certain that by investing in other people, it is just going to make his life better time and time again. He loves to see other people succeed. That's why he's holding that huge fuck-off pentacle. You know, from your career to your finances to your home life, he wants to see you settled and succeed in all aspects of life. But it will take for you to walk away from something that's no longer serving you. With the Three of Athames. Walking towards that door, you don't know what's behind that door. It's slightly ajar, it's illuminated, it's very alluring. Come in, come in, come in. And you're like, fuck it, I'm off. I'm off, I'm going. They need you to walk away from the things that no longer serve you and not look back. Unlike the Seven of Athames, where you look back over your shoulder at what's happened. This is telling us you're not looking back over your shoulder because this has long since run out of purpose for you. So, what's out of your hands? What is the universe helping in the background with? What is it working with you on? You got the Ten of Pentacles, conclusion. Now, as soon as I saw this card and I laid it down, I was like, ooh, this is more to do with this finance, this luck that's now building its momentum. You may find yourself in the position of a completion of finances. There may have been an agreement. There may have been some extra strains on your finances. And it's kind of deciding where you can invest that money, where you can invest that time, where you can invest your home life. Because those Ten of Pentacles, a completion, will end up being the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning around your finances, career and home life. But for the time being, somebody older than you may be a little bit more reliant on you at the moment, or somebody younger than you is just about thinking about fledging and going out on their own, and it's going to be an expense. So just understand that this is natural, and when it comes into a completion, that the family will come together for the benefit of the family. Now, I'm not talking about your blood relatives. I'm talking about the family you choose to have as your family. Now, that could be your blood relatives. It can also be the people that you choose to have around you. So don't get hung up on families. When I use the term family, I really do mean the people that you choose for your family, and not just the people you're related to. So what you can't do anything about, there's egos around you. So from the Ten of Pentacles, there is some egos around you that when they get together, they can make absolute magic, but they can also make a lot of fucking mischief. Just know, as a water sign, you are able to put this flame out. It is wands, it is a fire card. This is where the ego is coming from. You are able, as a water sign, to go, hell fucking no, I'm not playing this game. and you can dampen their fire and get that fire glow down to like a little hiss if you want to. But just be aware that the egos around you are not going to be really helpful towards your cause about sorting out your finances, because they're going to have you juggling again. They're going to have you juggling and not bringing yourself into balance as you should be. I'm not surprised by this. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. This is learning to be kind to yourself and making decisions around your finances, your home life and your career for yourself, and not that for other people who may gain something from you making a wrong decision. So, my lovelies, reconnecting to your true self. There is definitely a new beginning for you just around the corner with the Ace of Wands. And this is unlocking that power, that desire, that attractor factor, where you're drawing energy down from the universe through that wand and into those cherries. And it's almost like they're saying to you, this is the bites of the cherries that you've really wanted. They are really sweet, they are really tender, and it is now your turn to actually, do you know, I heard this and I wasn't going to say it, and they said it to me again, cream that crop. I've got no idea what that means. Somebody will have to let me know. Cream that crop, because I wouldn't use that term. I don't even know where that's come from, because normally it would be cream of the crop, wouldn't it? No, cream the crop. So perhaps your crop is all cream once you've sorted out all the other stuff. So, my darlings, your outcome. Nine of Thames. There's been a period of rest that has left you maybe a little bit anxious, maybe a bit like, I just want my blanket and everybody to fuck off. But the moon is outside the window illuminating for you a pathway forward. Sorry, lovelies, I just heard her chewing on something. And as luck would have it, my sofa is covered in plastic. And she's just ripped the plastic. So if that had been my sofa, I wouldn't have been too happy. So, as I was saying, after a period of rest, the moon is saying, come on, we know that you've got these anxieties going on. We know that you've got this, I just want everybody to leave me alone, but we're showing you a pathway forward. By illuminating it for you. Now, just above that window, you've got Nine of Thames. That's 9 opportunities to cut out the bullshit and the bollocks that you've been left with, because it's no longer serving you. And in comes nature to remind you to release yourself from the traps that you've got yourself into. Now, this could be things that have been said to you all your life. You're not good enough, or what makes you think you can do this, all of that sort of thing. The things that other people say that they think is being helpful at the time, but is really unkind for you as an adult, because now you're trying to work out between what was being said about you or the advice being given to you as a younger person. Now you're older, you're kind of trying to work out, hold on a second, do I set a trap and trip up, or do I release the trap and go and dance with the wood nymphs with the bear? My advice is go and dance with the wood nymphs with the bear, because right in behind that you've got another major arcana coming in. I will count them up in a minute. Another major arcana coming in with the Star. This is to remind you to step into those eternal waters with that fairy and start to do the healing process. And I know people are going to be shouting and screaming, oh, I've been healing and it's not working. No, no, no. If you have healed sufficiently, you will be repaired. And if you are repaired, which is the key element here, if you have had a repair, you will no longer let whatever has happened bother you anymore. And as human beings, we have this innate ability to go back and things resurface themselves because something has triggered it. So therefore we need to start healing again. It may not stay with you for very long, but it does mean that you have missed something that you haven't repaired properly, that you need to go back to. And as soon as you start getting that idea that healing is not one and done, it's eternal, it's an ongoing thing, whether we're on this planet, on a different plane, different planet, it doesn't matter. We need to understand that healing after the human experience is required and needed. During the human experience, after it, honestly, it just is. So once you've got that down to pat, that beautiful star will get bigger, brighter and stronger, because you are clearing out the debris that no longer serves you, that has got no right to be in your energy, and you are making room for new manifestations and wish fulfillments to come towards you. And one of those manifestations is the Empress. Now, she is loving and caring in every sense of the word, and she comes in, could be that you want children, could be that you want a pregnancy, possibly, or you've got children around you, but let's take it down to basics. She is the creator of life. She is the creator of everything we do. She offers us nurturing. She offers us love and abundance, love in abundance as well. And what she's saying is, if there is something that you want to create, if there is something that you want to birth, whether it is a child, a project, a plan, an art, a craft, a book, doesn't matter what it is, she's saying now is the time for you to tackle this. Because right in behind that, you have got the Ace of Chalices. Now, the Ace of Chalices for me is about self. It is not about two people. There is not two chalices there. This is about you filling your chalice up with your wants, your needs, your love, your gratitude, your happiness, your affirmation, your confirmations, your whatever it is. The I love yous, your self-love, your self-awareness, your spirituality. All of that stuff in that cup. And what's going to happen is it's going to overspill, and it will then start to nurture other relationships. You have two lilies there from the same plant. And that overspill is not only watering those lilies, but it's also helping to flow that river, to get your problems away from you and to send that love out. If you think of that chalice as yourself, and then that overflow goes into the quantum field, which is depicted by this river, you are sending out all of that goodness that you've put in that cup for yourself to other places. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Sun is shining. Massive wish fulfillments coming your way. But an absolutely brand new beginning for a water sign with a water card. It's gorgeous. So then comes in another water card for you, Cancer, the Three of Chalices. Now, this is the indicator that there is celebrations with friends, family and community just ahead of you. What's hidden from you at the moment is the Lady and the Lord. This is a depiction. It is the Lovers in other decks, but in this particular deck, it tells how two people, male or female or whatever it is that you do, don't shout at the screen, come together in absolute equality. They are both hunter-gatherers. They both bring a lot to the relationship. But this card is all about decision making. There is a decision to be made that you cannot avoid. You can't skirt around it. You can't scoop under it. You can't jump over it. It has to be made. So let's just count up and see how many major arcanas you've got. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. You've got 7 major arcanas in this reading. There is a hell of a shift coming for you. Could be spiritually, could be emotionally, but there is a shift on its way. Lots of changes at hand as you change, with the completion of that question being understood, that the answer has already been given. Okay, so you have Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. You have White Witch. Be the light. Show the way forward. You have Eagle. This isn't really surprising, is it? See from a higher perspective. Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Stag. Trust and thrive. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. And last but not least, you've got Air Guardian, shift your perception. Going right back to almost the beginning of the reading, you've got perspective and perception, which still means this one as well. Lovelies, wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're okay. Please be safe, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.